Welcome to the Canvas Tutorial Show. I'm Evan, and I'm glad that you're here as we try to figure out how to make Canvas work better for us. For example, sometimes I want Canvas to do something and it doesn't want to do it for me, and so I've got to find a workaround. In today's hack, I'm going to show you how you can force students to do a warm-up by using the modules and locking it down with a prerequisite. Let's get started. So I'm starting here in my sandbox and I'm already in student view. If you don't know how to go to student view, look earlier in the series. We did a whole video on that. Now, if a student comes onto the site today and I want them to work on, let's say, bones of the upper body, they click on it, they can't because I've locked it down. Before they can get to it, they have to do my warm-up. Okay. And I don't know what my reason is for that. Maybe my reason is that that's how I'm just going to start the learning and I want them to do it. I don't want them to skip over it. I don't want them to skip to the assignment and just kind of bust it out. I want them to think. And so by doing this, I get to be in control instead of the student. And so they're going to have to click here. And I just put some dummy text in here, my warm-up banner and what is 2 plus 2. And for this particular one, they don't even have to get it right. I can set it to where they have to get 100% or a certain score in order for them to move on, which is a great way to make sure that they get the content before moving on. But for this, I just want them to think about it a little bit. So what's 2 plus 2? It's 4.5. Why not? Okay. As I submit the assignment, bam, I get some congratulations confetti. I go back to home and I've successfully unlocked not just this module, but every module because I can go on to whatever assignment I need to because I've set the prerequisite as that bell ringer warm-up module. Now, let's walk through how you get here. First, I'm going to leave student view. And I'm going to move over to another one of my sandboxes. This one is my test tube since I'm a science teacher. And you see that I've already set up my first module with that assignment, the warm-up, as well as I have the module that I want them to work on. The first thing I need to do is I need to set up this. I need to lock down this module. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to click on this snowman menu right here and hit edit. Okay, this is where I would edit the name. But if you look down below, you see two options. It says prerequisites and requirements. We're going to use prerequisites on this one, and then we're going to use requirements on the other one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit prerequisite, and I'm going to select that warm-up module. Update module. Now, here's a message. Let's make sure we get down there. Right here. It says you have changed the progression requirements for an active course. There may be students who have already progressed to this modules and to others that depend on it. Would you like to let students continue in the course, or do you want to relock these modules until the new requirements are completed? If I was using the prerequisites in the normal way, I might just hit continue because I don't need them to go back and do something that's before. But because I'm using this as a warm-up and this is going to be a daily thing, I'm actually going to hit relock modules. And what that does is that every time I update my warm-up and I relock the module, even if they've already done assignment 1 or assignment 2, they still have to go do that day's warm-up to get to the next step in the module. Now let's say I just did that. Let's go into student view and see if it worked. And I look and it says prerequisite warm-up, but I can click on here no problem and I can do the assignments. So it's not enough to just set the prerequisite. I need to go that next step. And that next step is I need to lock that first module. So in the same way, I'm going to go up here to that snowman menu. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to go to edit. This time, instead of a prerequisite, I'm going to add a requirement. Now, for you can set the requirement to whatever you want. Maybe it's multiple warm-ups that you want them to do. Maybe you have a reading that you want them to say that they have read it or taken a quiz on it before you let them go. Whatever that requirement is, you can have one or more than one. But since I only have one, I'm just going to go ahead and click students must complete one of these requirements. And it is that one assignment that's there. Update module. Again, it says, do I want to relock it? I do want to. Now, let's go to student view. And it has locked my module. Okay. Before they can get in here, they've got to go. They've got to submit the assignment. get the confetti. And that's a feature that you can set in settings. If you don't like that, turn that off. And now it's unlocked. Okay. Now for this, if I were to go and do this every day, this is how I would go about it, is that I would have my standard warm-ups. And let's say that this is warm-up. And I might even put a date on here. I might say February 4, warm-up, whatever. I'm going to change this out every day if that's the way I'm going to use my warm-ups. And so the way I would do this is, I need a second one, so I'm going to duplicate it there, is I'm going to delete, or I'm sorry, not delete, but remove the old one, and I'm going to add the new one at the end of each day. And so there's my new one, publish it. And again, it adds the new content. So when they go into student view, okay. Oh, I made a mistake. Because after I add it, I need to go and I need to lock down that new one. Okay. So as I add the next days, I got to make sure I go in and I lock it down again so that when they go back, there it is. Okay. So today I've shown you how to force the students to do a warm-up if you want them to do the assignment before they get to any other tasks. This may not be something that many of you use, but who knows? Maybe it will. I hope this content is helpful. I encourage you to think in creative ways on how you can force Canvas to do what it is that you want it to do. There's almost always a workaround out there. And if you need more workarounds, I encourage you to join our community, the Canvas Tutorials community on Facebook, as well as hit that follow button so that you get each new episode as it's uploaded. Cheers and have a fantastic day.